Hey everybody, it is today, and just wanted to give you some direction about what we're doing today. If you are not with us today, this is the assignment that you'll be doing, practice 92821 main idea. So yesterday or today on the 27th, we did a pretest. If you were here for us then, we did a pretest, and what we did was we were trying to find out what parts that you were feeling pretty comfortable about, and what that we'll be looking at going forward, you already had a pretty good handle on. And so what we did after that was we then divided the group, divided people up into different groups to do different activities. And we will put anyone who is not here today into this group so they can work independently on this. And this is um, um, so what we're doing is we're looking for the main idea in this article about first ladies. These are the wives of the presidents of the United States. Now, there's just a little bit of background here, a little bit of kind of context to let you know what goes on. I do like this right here, this fact that three-quarters of all the reading that you will do as an adult is nonfiction, and I totally agree with that. I think the vast majority of everything you do will be nonfiction. It doesn't mean that you won't read any fiction. You are definitely welcome to read nonfiction, and I think that sometimes once you aren't forced to be reading it, I think it comes to you a little bit naturally. You like it a little bit better. But what we're looking at this unit is nonfiction and how to handle that, because again, it is very important to what you'll be doing outside of school. One of the things that we also looked at is structure. How was it presented so that I understand its purpose? What was the purpose of this text? What were they trying to get across? What were they trying to accomplish? We do have some different structure things to look at here. Cause and effect. That is, this leads to this, right? Or here's something that happened. What caused that? So what were the things that led up to that? We compare and contrast. Now that's pretty straightforward, right? Here's something. Here's something. How are they similar? How are they different? The one thing about compare and contrast, and we'll talk more about this as we go on, is the fact that there's a third element. Is like, why is it significant to note those similarities or differences? Problem solution, again, that's pretty straightforward. Here's a problem and here's how we can solve it. One thing to think about here is that informative text does not try to persuade you, does not try to get you to do something different. And so it is just presenting that information. It isn't trying to change your mind necessarily. A question and answer, which is kind of similar to the problem solution. But the question and answer is, here's this question that we have, something you have, something we have, something I have, just something that we just don't know. And then the answer. What is the answer to that one question? And then sequence, and that is just the order in which things happen. There's some more other kinds of structures that we will see. But if you can look at these, this will help you kind of understand what the purpose is or what they're trying to get across. What we want you to do is we want you to read this text. It's only 7 paragraphs long. It's not very long. And we want you to annotate it as you did your fiction works. Very similar. So first off, skim through it. Take just like a minute and a half maybe. Just really quickly skim through it. And go to the bottom. And again, just like what we did before, put in your first thoughts. What did you think of it? What jumped out at you? What do you think you're going to see? Those first kinds of thoughts. Those do not need to be full sentences. They can be just random, phrases and words and things. Highlight in the yellow. So you want to go back through and reread it. And then in yellow, the things that you don't get, things that you don't understand. For instance, why are they called first ladies? Right? And so those kinds of things that you don't understand or that you question or you just want more information on, you would highlight in that yellow. The important elements, those are those test questions: the who, the what, the where, the when, the why, the how. It could be names, it could be dates, it could be locations, any of those things that you think are important to note so that you have a better understanding of the text. That's going to go in that blue. Again, in both of these, you're going to have comments over here in the note section, or you can create the comments to the side. The third thing that we're looking at in this purplish color is, what is the main idea and what are the supporting details? How do you know that's the main idea? What backs up that claim? So when you think about the main idea, you may not see it directly stated in the text. You will get like some clues. You'll get some kind of hints at it. It won't say the main idea is necessarily. So you'll have to kind of start to pick up those pieces. What is a good way of saying the main idea? Or if lacking that, what were some of the supporting details? What are some of those things that really helped me understand it? And again, you probably want to put those in the notes, supporting, 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 so you know what those things. At the bottom, a couple quick questions here. One, what is the main idea of this passage? So you just highlight it in purple using that same color that you already did, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. You do the summary, just like what we did before. You summarize the text, right? You put the text in your own words, like a few sentences, like a paragraph. So down here, what is the main idea? You're going to highlight it in that same purple color that you were using up in your annotations. And then you're going to find 3 of those supporting details and you're going to paste them down here. The one thing that you do need to include is the paragraph number with it. So again, we will be doing a lot of different things. You will see different assignments under today's date. This, if you're not here, this is the one you are responsible for doing. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us so that we can help you walk through that and you understand what you need to be doing.